But, you know, keeping warm is powerful too. So let's give it a try, shall we, for a couple of days. Skies looked great this morning. It was so beautiful. The live shot, if you watch Good Morning America, we always kind of do this bump in the 8 o'clock hour with skies over Manhattan. And it was a gorgeous morning. Sunny skies out there right now, 25 degrees, a little bit of a wind chill. We were interrupted by the press conference on the fire here, right as I was getting to something I want to talk about, the potential for some icing and some snow on Wednesday afternoon in northwestern areas and how close it could get to the city. So let's get into all of that. Look, we know it's cold. There's no doubt about it. It's been cold. It's going to be cold. It's not going away anytime soon. Here's our right now numbers in the 20s. The wind is light, so we're not kicking it or killing it with the wind chill, but the wind chill is still a big difference when you step down from a way below normal temperature. So it's just cold and you've got to be protected from it. Bundle up if you're heading outside. Skies are looking great. Sunshine offers a little bit of help, but not with this kind of cold air unless you can, kind of get yourself out of it and just feel the sunshine. There's that area of high pressure. Here's the big low. So what you're going to see is all of this cold air just kind of generally pooling down here and picking up any little moisture that's here and dragging it east. When that moisture, and let's run a little model here with the Futurecast, when that moisture encounters the air that's actually warming during the day tomorrow a little bit, we get back into the 40s. How much of this is going to be ice? How much of it is going to be snow? And how much of it is going to be kind of a freezing mix in between? So let's tackle it. This is 7 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. What comes in here with these numbers is likely to be all snow if you get any moisture at all. So that's western New Jersey, northwestern corners, getting into the Hudson Valley. Look at this. It's all the way down into Rockland and Westchester County, northern parts of it with a little light snow that might have to be dusted. Some roads might have to be coated if we overachieve on the amount of moisture because the air is just solidly cold enough to drop a little bit of light snow there. Then I want to show you at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when more moisture does work in, but it works into air that's warming. Look at the 50 in Montauk. This is all rain, by the way. This is some heavier rain. Cold though, 40 at White Plains, and look here, 40 in Trenton. So that entire line, and 40 in Morristown. If these numbers were slow to come up, this would start as a little bit of a freezing mix and then go in to a heavier line of rain. Look at the areas like Newburgh at 36, Poughkeepsie at 37, where those numbers are questionable as how cold the area is above. The ground temperature may be 36, 34, but the air temperature may mean it's dropping as a little light snow or freezing rain, and that means the roads get a little sloppy. So even though it's not at freezing or below freezing, I want you to pay attention to the numbers when we get to that time. Then that big dose of moisture moves away. We've got some cooler temperatures in right behind it. Again, just kind of reinforcing the fact that it's a pattern of cold air. But as that cold air gets here again on Thursday with 29, 32 degrees there, it's not got a lot of moisture with it this time. So we're not getting much out of it. All in all, the totals here would be a trace amount, probably for northwest New Jersey, higher elevations to be sure. I would be a little concerned with some of the areas in the Hudson Valley just to get some roads that may need some treatment, but not big totals here. That's our thought process for this. Each time over the next couple of days, you see that little bit of moisture move through. Then we get another shot of cold air. Then you see a little bit of moisture that just stays kind of out of reach for us, never really gets in here, but it's cold air and it's a whipping west wind. Now, look at that little low that tracks to the south. That's got plenty of snow with it on the northern line of it, but that even loses its oomph as it gets to the coastline, so we don't really get any out of that. Maybe a little for Washington, D.C., maybe some for the Delmarva, and then we'll kind of look for Saturday as we see more clouds coming in later in the day, but again, not a lot of moisture. So far, we have not made the connection with big wet air and big cold air, but if we keep this cold air around long enough, at some point we will. 34 degrees is where we are outside for a high temperature today, and that ain't right. Our normal low temperature is about 36. 32 degrees on the overnight, which is better. 42 degrees tomorrow, which is better. Do look for the moisture to get in the picture by tomorrow afternoon. That's why we've got that little rain chance and a snow chance in northwestern areas on your 7-day as well. Bottom line here, and we showed it to you early in the show, that 10-day shows that even though there's a little wiggle up and down, like we get to 42 on Wednesday, we are colder than normal for the long run, and it's certainly the next 10 days.